Hi, I'm Katie Couric. Welcome to Eye to Eye. According to the Department of Labor, the unemployment rate among veterans is consistently higher than non-veterans, making the adjustment to civilian life that much more difficult. Byron Pitts spoke to one internet entrepreneur who's making sure former servicemen and women are getting their fair share of the American dream.
HireAHero.org is a not-for-profit organization that's mission is to eliminate the military service penalty. And the military service penalty is the name that we gave to the high unemployment for recently discharged military veterans and guardsmen and reservists. What's worse than the unemployment is the very high underemployment, where these people serve honorably for 4 years. We've invested in their skills and their training, but they're getting out and getting the same jobs they would have gotten out of high school. They're being offered the bottom level of corporate America jobs, $8 to $10, $12 an hour, as opposed to the $15 to $20 an hour that they need to make it in America today.
And why is that?
The reason for the military service penalty is really simple math. It's the number of people that are serving in the military and the number of people in the country. In 1945, 1 out of 10 people in this country served in the military. And that meant that everybody knew somebody in the military. And the year now is 1 out of 175, which means that if you're not in the military, you don't know anyone in the military. Now, on the surface, that's not much of a problem, but in the employment process, it's a big problem. And the reason is because what happens when you don't know somebody personally, you substitute stereotypes. The stereotypes that you substitute for military people are seemingly not hurtful. It's they're disciplined, they're hardworking, that they follow orders, they understand the chain of command. But when you take that and put it into a person that's a human resource person, they translate that into the bottom rung of the corporation. The fact is that here are the people that arguably have done the most through their military service to protect the American dream, but they're not getting their equal portion of the American dream. The people that serve this country, they're just normal people. That's all they are. And when you serve with them and you see what they do and you see what they're capable of, and you recognize that they're being not invited to the table. And they're not being invited to the table for what? Because they did the right thing? Because they sacrificed their time and years of their life to make sure the rest of us could go to college and do the things we do? It's nonsense. It just doesn't make sense. And the thing is, it's fixable. And as an entrepreneur, I have worked and worked and worked to fix this, but I realized that the problem is the scale. I can't scale enough. And so what I want to do is I want to put this problem where it needs to be fixed, which is the military community itself. And what I can do for the military community is I can use my expertise as an internet entrepreneur, my expertise as a staffing person for large corporate companies, my expertise in being able to market and publicize, and be able to facilitate not hundreds of franchises, but tens of thousands of franchises. These individual franchises of people that are at home and making calls in the evening to say, thank you for serving your country. We care about you. Come home. It drives me crazy that we say, oh, well, we can't have a bigger military because the youth of America won't join it. Well, would you join it if it was a ticket to unemployment? The fact is that the military doesn't do a good enough job of branding itself as the next best place to college to get your middle-class lifestyle. The best way to support the troops, the best way to reward someone for their military service is a quality job when they get out.
So a hug and a handshake and applause at the airport, that didn't quite cut it.
Absolutely not. But a thank you call that says, let me see if I can help you. Setting up a local event to help employers network with local military people, to bring a military person to church and put them up in front of the congregation and say, can anyone in this congregation help me find a $15 an hour job? That helps people. Taking it off the internet and into the real world is what we're all about.